Hi, this is Dr. Milescu. I am doing a video series on the bony landmarks of the skeletal system, and today we're going to go over the radius and the ulna. So in this video, that's all we're strictly going over, all the bony landmarks of the ulna and the radius. So let's begin. This here is the ulna. So I'm going to show you the highlights of the ulna. It's very easy to identify the ulna. It kind of looks like a wrench. As you can see, it's C-shaped, and that's the proximal end. The distal end has what's called a styloid process. So does the radius. As you can see here, the radius has a styloid process as well. All right, so don't confuse. Where else did you see a styloid process? You saw that in the skull. So there's also the base of the fifth metatarsal in the foot has a styloid process. So basically a pointy landmark, an extension, a pointy extension is usually called a styloid process. So let's go over this C-shaped structure here proximally that articulates with, guess what, the distal end of the ulna. As I mentioned in the previous video, we talked about the humerus and how the distal end had the olecranon fossa. So the olecranon fossa is that surface, that little surface in the distal end posteriorly of the humerus, and it articulates with the superior portion right here, which is called the olecranon. Now inside right here, that's the trochlear notch. I don't know if you can see that trochlear notch. And then right here's another notch. I'm going to bring it real close so you can see right there. Okay, so that would be the radial notch. So guess what? It articulates with the proximal end of the radius, specifically the tuberosity of the radius, which is right here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know is the olecranon. You've got that trochlear notch, and then you've got the radial notch right in here. Okay, so that's the proximal end. The distal end, all you have to remember is that there is a styloid process. Okay, so that is your ulna. Now let's go over the radius. So here is a radius, and again you have a styloid process right here, and you have a radial tuberosity right here, and you can see the proximal end is quite flat. Now just remember, with anatomical position, your hands are in supine position, so let's go over that. So hands are supine, and so the thumb side is the radial side, so I can actually palpate right in here the styloid process of the radius. And then here, the pinky side is the ulnar side, if you have your hands in anatomical position. All right, so right here is the styloid process of the ulna, and right here you can palpate on your own the thumb side, okay, and it's found laterally if your hands are in supine position, anatomical position. So moving like this, you can see that the radius is going to be lateral and the ulna is going to be medial, unless you're turning your hand. Okay, so let's take a look at Stanley over here. I'm going to bring this guy really close. I'm going to bring the video. I'm going to turn it down so you can see. There's the styloid process of what? The ulna, okay? I'm sorry, the radius. And then here's the ulna, as you can see. All right? So this is the first metacarpal right here, indicating that that's your thumb side. So you can see this is the right hand, thumb side, and there is the radius distally, the styloid process of the ulna. All right, now I'm going to go over the hand in a different video just because I want to keep everything separate so you can study each bone individually. All right, good luck studying. We're 1 week out before the midterm, so study hard, don't give up. There's a lot to memorize, but you can do this. Bye.